There is a question that any family who loves long voyages has asked themselves. Is there a boat out there that's fast enough for efficient travel, spacious enough for the whole family to live comfortably for days, and most importantly, easy enough to handle so that everything doesn't turn into a chore? For years, it seemed like a trade-off. But then, in the 40 to 50-foot segment, designers began to completely rethink how a boat is built. New hull lines, clever deck layouts, and simpler control systems have ushered in a whole new generation of cruisers. And looking at this list, we will see 7 boats that have redefined the concept of the modern family yacht. Let's start with number 7. Top 7, Sun Odyssey 410. At number 7 is a boat that demonstrates how designers are striving to make moving around the deck safer and more natural than ever. One of the signature features of this model is the sloping side deck design, which allows you to walk from the stern to the bow without having to step over high cockpit coamings like on older designs. This sounds simple, but imagine when the sea is rough and the deck becomes a shifting staircase. That difference can decide between a confident step and a dangerous slip. Beneath the hull design, the twin rudder system helps the boat maintain stable control when strong winds cause it to heel. When one rudder begins to lose effectiveness, the other remains deep in the water and keeps the boat responding precisely. The interior follows the latest trends, where living space is optimized to feel like a small lounge at sea. And the interesting question is, when a boat is both easy to handle and comfortable like that, is there any reason for a family to hesitate about heading out to sea? Top 6, Dufour 430. In 6th place is a boat that represents the clear philosophy of the modern family yacht. Less stress, less heeling, and more stability. The design of this boat focuses on keeping the heel angle when sailing upwind at a very low level, usually not exceeding about 12 degrees. That means when you step into the cabin, everything stays in its place. The coffee cup doesn't slide off the table, children don't have to cling to surfaces for balance, and the entire interior space remains tidy. Another detail that makes handling smoother is the self-tacking jib. When you tack, you just need to turn the wheel and the sail automatically moves to the other side without anyone having to run to a winch to pull lines. This makes sailing with just 1 or 2 people much more practical. However, to compensate for the smaller jib, the design adds a bowsprit with a larger sail intended for light winds, creating a flexible 3-part sail plan. This is how many modern cruisers operate, simple when necessary, but still powerful enough when conditions allow. Top 5, Oceanus 40.1. At number 5 is a boat proving that even in smaller sizes, designers can still create spaces that surprise many. The first noticeable point is the hull, which flares out toward the front, creating a foredeck much more spacious than previous generations. This isn't just about adding area. It also makes critical operations like anchoring or docking safer and easier to control. In reality, the most stressful moments on a cruiser usually aren't in the middle of the ocean, but when you have to handle lines near the harbor in strong winds. Inside, the cabin layout clearly shows the goal of this boat line: serving families. Even in the maximum configuration, the boat can have up to 4 separate cabins, something previously seen almost only on much larger boats. However, large space always comes with a challenge of balance, and the designers lowered the boom position to keep the sail plan's center of effort lower. As a result, the boat is not only wide but also more stable when moving through waves. Top 4, Sun Odyssey 440. In 4th place is a boat that many consider to be right in the sweet spot of modern yachting. Not too big to be a handful, but not too small to sacrifice living space. The walk-around design continues to be the centerpiece of this boat, allowing for natural movement from the stern to the bow without having to step over high cockpit coamings. This creates a path that is much cleaner and has fewer obstacles than traditional designs. But what's interesting is that the designers didn't waste the space typically taken up by those coamings. Instead, they turned it into fold-out backrests, turning the cockpit into a massive sunbathing area when the boat is anchored. So this boat has two distinct personalities. When moving, it is a safe and easy-to-operate control system. When stopped, it turns into a relaxing space like a floating terrace on the water. And that is why many families are starting to see the boat not just as a means of transport, but as a place to enjoy life outdoors. Top 3, Dufour 470. In third place is a boat that stands out for its ability to adapt to many different sailing styles. Built on the same hull, buyers can choose from various configurations, from a simple version for casual cruising to a high-performance configuration for those who want to feel the power of the wind more clearly. This flexibility reflects a very simple reality. Not every family sails the same way. Some people just want short and easy trips, while others like longer journeys with more challenges. But what makes this boat special isn't just the rigging or technical configuration, but how it organizes life on deck. The stern of the boat can open to reveal an outdoor galley with a grill and sink, turning the rear area into the living center for the whole family. When the swim platform is lowered, this area becomes a place for everyone to gather, eat, and chat right by the water's edge. And perhaps those moments are the real reason why many people love sailing. Top 2, Sun Odyssey 490. At number 2 is a boat many consider the new benchmark for safety and ergonomics on family yachts. The standout feature is the cockpit design that allows for seamless movement around the boat, with sloping side decks leading from the bow down to the helm area without crossing any barriers. For families with young children or older sailors, this completely transforms the experience on deck. But the cleverness of the design doesn't stop there. As boat size increases, the pull of the sail lines also increases, and that is often why large boats can be intimidating. To solve that, this boat uses an electric winch system combined with smart line routing, helping to turn large pulling forces into smoother operations. This means that even when the wind picks up and sails need adjusting, the crew can still handle everything without too much effort. And it is this combination of safety and ease that put the boat in second place on our list. Top 1, Oceanus 46.1. Taking the top spot is a boat that perfectly illustrates how modern design has completely changed the family cruiser segment. The key lies in the special hull structure, where the underwater hull is relatively narrow but widens significantly above the waterline with distinct hard chines. When the boat stands upright in light winds, the smaller wetted surface area reduces drag and increases efficiency. But when strong winds cause the boat to heel, that wider section hits the water, providing greater stability and helping the boat maintain control. This design gives the same boat two personalities: efficient in light air and rock solid when the wind kicks up. Inside, the change in hull geometry creates significant additional space for the forward cabin, making it no longer feel cramped like many older designs. Combined with the twin rudder system that maintains control in heavy weather, this boat offers a rare balance of speed, living space, and maneuverability. That is why it is our number 1. Looking back at the entire list, one thing is clear: modern family cruisers aren't trying to be the fastest things on the water. Instead, they are designed to be the boats you actually want to use most often. They offer enough room for the whole family to be comfortable, controls simple enough that it doesn't feel like work, and stability good enough for everyone to feel secure at sea. And perhaps the best boat isn't necessarily the largest or the fastest, but the one that makes your whole family say a very simple thing every time they look out at the sea. Shall we set sail today? If you enjoyed this exploration, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next stories.